next up is the state of Virginia. And that is where the Blue Ridge Parkway begins, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's in Virginia. Front Royal, somewhere around there. That's, well, Shenandoah Drive. Yeah,
Right.
which is, it runs into the parkway, basically.
Yeah.
Beautiful road. If you have never been on the Blue Ridge Parkway, that is a must. That's probably, it's one of the top 10 in the country. And for the eastern side of the U.S., it's probably the top road out there. I'm not, you know, we're not comparing it to the Draggin or anything like that. It's, if you like scenery and sweepers, it's a neat road.
Beautiful.
You'll definitely want to take it because it's beautiful.
Tell you what.
Yeah. Big rhododendron flowers. I mean, they're like that big.
Yeah, if you can hit it, I think sometime at the end of May, beginning of June, somewhere in there.
Really starting to get beautiful as we get up in elevation.
Yeah. Lower elevations, there's a different time of the year, probably a little earlier, I think. But we went, I think the very end of May, beginning of June, and the higher elevation
And we've
was,
gone to the end of June, too.
the higher elevation was really, really good. Yeah, for the rhododendrons.
That was our first major trip, like our first week-long trip, and stuff. It's beautiful. Back in, you know, 100 years ago, and you had to use like a map, and we had to write out, and you couldn't make reservations, and
Yeah, you didn't have no cell phone or anything. And when you're
you did it old school.
when you're on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you're not seeing hardly anything. There's no gas stations or anything like that.
You have to get off somewhere
Yeah.
to go into a town.
And you know, back then you didn't know where a town was. You're like, I mean, yeah.
This
Anyways,
was the spring of '93.
Yeah, you're showing our age, dear. So it was our first week-long trip. We went on a 1991 750 Nighthawk.
Yeah, and I just found out I was pregnant.
Yeah. Hey, that bike was.
It worked good.
We were fine. We weren't
We had
uncomfortable. at all.
saddlebags, like the leather. Remember
Well,
the leather?
they were Cordura or something. Cordura. Yeah, like the nylon type.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, they weren't leather.
They worked.
No, they worked good.
Yeah.
I think they were. Anyways, we're getting off sidetrack. But anyways, so another neat park that's in Virginia, and this borders Virginia and Kentucky.
It's mostly in Virginia.
Is it?
Just like a sliver of
I don't
Kentucky.
know. Well, anyways, it's in both states. It's called Breaks Interstate Park, and we've been there probably 4 or 5 times. And guys, it is gorgeous area, beautiful area. I mean, you're not going to spend a week there probably, but a long weekend, there's enough to do and ride some great roads around that area. So definitely give that a look if you're looking for a weekend trip and you live in this area.
Right.
Breaks Interstate Park.
And watch for us. We may go back again.
Oh, we'll be back again. We're definitely going to go back again.
It is. It's really nice.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what time of year. We've been spring, summer, fall. And you could see a train go through the mountain. He disappears, and then he comes out the other side of the mountain.
Yeah. It's a neat park.
Yeah.
I love it. For
It's
whatever
really nice.
reason, just you go to certain areas, and sometimes you just click with certain area and you just love it. And
It's very peaceful and relaxing.
that is one area.
Leaves.
It's never really crowded. I guess if it's crowded, I don't like it. I mean, if it's a real crowded area, I'm usually like, I don't want to go back.
Yeah.
And it's not crowded there usually.
No. And stay in the lodge if you go.
Yeah.
It's fairly cheap.
Yeah. And they're not bad. They're kind of,
They're kind of simple.
Yeah.
But they're clean. And
that is another area that is very foggy in the morning.
Yep.
Yes. So you will want to plan for that. One time we had to wait, I think, like probably an hour and a half.
Well, the one time we went to eat, there's a lodge where you can eat at 7. We were going to eat and then leave. And we didn't get to leave till like after 10.
It was, yeah. So,
We had to go back to the room and just hung out till we could see.
well, we did more than hang out, but. Next is Back of the Draggin. Yeah. So that was a neat road.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go back. Now that Mrs. Dens rode it and realizes there's nothing to fear.
Well,
Because
wait
she
a
was
minute.
like, huh? She was panicking the whole time.
I
Well, let
wasn't
me go
panicking.
over like 35. At 35, she's screaming, "You're going!" I said, "I'm only doing 35." There's no way.
I did.
There's no way. I was like,
What happened? We went from the FTR to the Harley Ultra, and we had the bike, what, a month, and we take it on this trip. Well, this big, I mean, it's way, way bigger than the FTR. So we're going around these corners, and I mean, like these U corners. And I'm thinking, oh dear God, we are so going to dump this thing.
what?
And we didn't dump it at all.
One reason, because I didn't, the backrest, the whole tour pack on the bike was, I didn't know, I thought it was all the way forward, but it wasn't. It was all the way back. So she was sitting pretty far back and kind of leaned back.
You could have put somebody in between us. I was so far back.
So,
and I kept telling her, I was like, I don't like this. I'm way too far back.
she felt uneasy, and that's why. That's a good part of why.
Yeah.
But it is a great road.
But now I'm not.
No,
Now I'm not afraid
she's
of
fine.
stuff. So
It is a great road and a beautiful area
it is.
to
It's
ride.
gorgeous
So
there.
definitely check out back at the Draggin.
Mm-hmm.
And when we left that area, oh man, I wish I would have looked this up. We rode out Highway 61, I think it is. Don't hold me to it. I'll try to look it up and I'll put on the screen if it's something other. But it was gorgeous.
Route 61. We're east of Highway 77 in Virginia. This
We got
is
on at Rocky Top.
Rocky
That town.
Rocky Gap.
Rocky Gap.
But we went over to Cascade Falls, and it was
Just find
packed.
somewhere.
We
Find somewhere
parked
to
in an
park.
area that wasn't even, you weren't even supposed to be parking there.
We parked next to a tree
It was
because we
packed.
could fit.
Yeah.
Where a car couldn't fit, we could fit.
There was so many people there.
Rocks.
Well, we didn't get there. You need to get there really early, I guess, if you're going to go to Cascade Falls. And it's a fairly long walk
And
back.
it was hot.
But let me tell you, it was worth it, though. There was a ton of people swimming down in there, so. But the falls are beautiful.
Yeah.
Finally made it.
Cascade Falls in Virginia.
It was kind of neat
They're
because, like,
beautiful.
you're in the forest and you're kind of, you're walking along the trail, and then all of a sudden it just opens up and there's a waterfall.
Yeah, it was.
And then we're both like, whoa. You know, it was very cool.
It was
Yeah.
neat to see.